Battle of Gettysburg was fought July 1st through July 3rd, 1863, in the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was the battle with the largest number of casualties in the American Civil War and is often described as the war's turning point. Union Major General George Gordon Meade's army defeated attacks by Confederate General Robert E. Lee's army and ended Lee's invasion of the North. Day 1. On July 1st, 1863, Confederate General Heth ordered his infantry division to attack Union cavalry that was defending the town. The Confederates advanced with 2 brigades. Ewell's corps suddenly, without orders, attacked the Union line in their right flank. This proved to be a great opportunity for the Confederates, and Lee immediately seized it and ordered a general attack along the line. The Union troops were outmatched. Union forces were being defeated all along the line, prompting General Howard to order a retreat to higher ground on Cemetery Ridge. Day 2. Lee directed Longstreet to take 2 divisions and march south until they reached the flank of Federal forces. The Federal army was well prepared for Lee's offensive. 6 of its 7 corps had arrived in the battlefield. Meade had deployed his army with the right on Culp's Hill and Cemetery Hill, the center along Cemetery Ridge, and the left on Little Round Top. The second day's fighting had cost each army some 9,000 casualties. Lee's forces had again gained ground, but had failed to dislodge the Federal army. Day 3. Lee ordered Longstreet, who had been reinforced by Major General George Pickett's division, to renew his assault on the Federal left. Ewell, who had also been reinforced, was to storm Culp's Hill. Meade had determined to hold his position and wait for Lee's attack. Lee determined to shift his main attack to the Federal center on Cemetery Ridge. At about 1 p.m., Longstreet opened his great bombardment on the Federal line. The Federal Army replied with approximately 80 cannons, and a giant duel ensued, which lasted for nearly 2 hours. This has subsequently been known throughout history as Pickett's Charge. The small Confederate force effected one small penetration of the Federate line, but was overwhelmed. The attack ended in disaster with nearly 5,600 Confederate casualties.
We have advanced weapons. They came from the future, I'm telling you!
The Gettysburg Address is a speech delivered by Abraham Lincoln during the American Civil War on the afternoon of Thursday, November 19, 1863, at the dedication of the Soldiers' National Cemetery in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 4.5 months after the Union Army defeated those of the Confederacy at the Battle of Gettysburg.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those that gave their lives so that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it, far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they have fought here, have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measures of their devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth.
Hello, and thank you for watching our video. Warning, not very historically accurate.
At all.
Weapons, no. No. People,
Girls.
What else is not historically accurate?
Resurrecting
terrain.
the dead so they can continue to fight.
Yeah.
The pool and the cars in the background.
The cars, pools,
House,
dog, no,
terrain.
dog was historically
Everything.
I
accurate.
think the most historically accurate thing was Pickett's Charge.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You gotta put the rest in here. One in the torch on each. So
Guys, go the other way. Other way too. Back up. Ow! Like this. Back up. This is getting cut out.
That's gonna work.
Look out!